Okay, guys, welcome back to In Conversation with Mo Cisse. I hope you guys are familiar with my face by now. My name's Dish, if you don't remember. Mo, I'm sure you're absolutely buzzing today.
I'm so
And
excited. I'm not gonna lie. It's been one of the best weekends ever since I started watching football. I started over at Man United to beat Liverpool at home, like in the FA Cup. The way we beat
wow,
them, like
yeah,
the start we beat Liverpool is one of the best. The rivalry between Liverpool has been there ages. I think since like 1760s.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's.
since the Industrial Revolution. Yeah,
Mm,
since the 1760s, 1820s,
mm,
1860s, down to the 19th century,
mm,
20th and 21st.
yeah.
And
I remember our first, of course, I don't remember, but I know that our first ever meeting with them was for a playoff to get promoted, and then we did. And Liverpool was the one that won the first installment of
yeah.
Man United versus Liverpool. And it is what it is, we're the bigger
Yeah,
club.
and then
Liverpool
our
are
first game at
beating.
Old Trafford was against Liverpool as well. I
Yeah.
think 19 February 1910, and they beat us 4-3. That was
Mm.
like the integration
Wow.
of the integration of Old Trafford.
Wow.
They
And
beat us at
4-3,
home. Yeah, 4-3.
Ironical.
So it's kind of a coincidence as well. I wanted to beat the 4-3 at Old Trafford again this time around in the most
Yeah.
painful one.
And yeah, man, I am.
Yeah.
And I think Van Bissaka was supposed to be on the bench because Victor Lindelof would have played left back, and then Johnny Evans would have played centre back.
And Wan-Bissaka just came from
Yeah,
injury as
and
well.
then Johnny Evans gets injured again. Wow, injury luck for Man United has been terrible. What a surprise!
As usual.
And then Van Bissaka comes in, and oh my god, the way Salah was getting
Nah, he was
frustrated that
hitting-
entire game. I don't care if he scored; he was bad. Salah that game was poor. He was
Yeah,
really
I think
poor.
he's excited because like I think he's been the player that scored most goals in like the Manchester and Liverpool.
Yeah,
derby.
and
He has 13 goals now.
of course, but hey, man, if you talk about this particular game, that way Rashford has 7 goals, man. Who?
I'm so excited. I'm not gonna. I'm so excited. Before the game, yeah, I knew like we would beat Liverpool because when it comes to FA Cup, the last time they beat us in FA Cup was in 1920-21 season.
Yeah,
That
100
year we
years
played
ago.
1-1 at Anfield, and then they
Yeah.
came to Old Trafford to beat us. That was so. It's been over a century that Liverpool beat us like at Old Trafford in FA Cup. So it was quite like the current form of Liverpool
Mm-hmm.
in the record
Yeah.
that was there.
I was worried. I was worried that we're probably going to lose our record because, this season we've had a very bad habit of breaking good records that we have. And everyone's like, oh, this is when Ten Hag walks in. This is when Ten Hag's
Yeah.
going to ruin out this and that. But oh my God. You know what? The first half, we just saw the first half again.
Mm-hmm.
For the first 44 minutes, Liverpool didn't have a sniff. They had that
No.
one Salah volley, and they
And
probably
then
had
the
one
McAllister
more
one.
Sabosla shot, was it? Yeah, Sabosla had a shot. And that's it. And then they had 2 really jamming goals, which was very, very lucky, I would say. Rashford not really doing what he's supposed to do by marking their defender. And then they just get a deflected goal. And the same for, Onana palms it away and Salah's in the perfect position. And then it just changes the whole dynamic. Second half, I can agree. I think the first 10 minutes of the second half, again, we were the better team. We had much better chances there.
Yeah.
But as soon as the second half progressed, I think our heads just dropped. It's typical Man United this season.
The
Whereby,
second half they had more position than us. Second half they had like 62%.
yeah,
And we
again,
had 38.
of course,
Like,
second half we weren't really good, and then we had to make the substitutions. I think Højlund came off at the 78th minute, so that just completely destroyed our press. And then Anthony came on again. He did good. Let's give the man more
Yeah.
credit he deserves.
and Ericsson came on as well. Amad Diallo, Mason
Yeah.
Mount, and Harry Maguire.
Of course, but these changes were very late in the game, and I think, and then, you know what? This was the first game where I was really scratching my head and going, "Why is he making those substitutions? Why is he taking Kobe Mainoo off? Why is he
Yeah.
taking Van Bissaka off?
But is it
Why
was
is he
it?
doing this? Why is he doing that?" And every single substitution that he made that game was spot on.
It was spot
Anthony
on, yeah.
came on, scored. Diallo came on, scored. Harry Maguire came on, did amazingly
Did
well.
amazing, yeah. Yeah, so Anthony came on to play on the left back, which is quite amazing. Like, yeah.
No, he
Again-
started on the right wing.
Yeah, he started on the right wing, and then later he swapped onto the
Yeah,
left.
that
And then
was
he
in
had a
extra
very
time,
good
yeah.
connection with Garnacho as well.
Of
Because
course,
looking
yeah.
them two playing, like Garnacho
Yeah.
and Anthony had a very... Because any one of them who has the ball, like, takes the ball up front,
Yeah.
the pricing style was
Mhm.
so there, which was quite, like, very nice to watch.
And even in the second half, if you just purely look at goal scoring opportunities,
Yeah.
Rashford could have won it at the end for us. Maybe offside, maybe
Rashford,
not. So again, first half we have the better XG. Second half we have the better XG. And in extra time, we were destroying Liverpool. And then again, what happens? They get a jammy
in extra
deflected
time, yeah,
goal.
we
And
smashed
then
them.
Javier thinks he's done something totally amazing. I am so happy. You know what? I would have been so upset if we would have lost that game. I don't mind losing to a better team. I don't mind losing when we have been really poor. But that day, we
But-
deserved to win. I would have just lost my head because it was it would have been very unlucky if we lost. But again, Old Trafford did what Old Trafford does. Stretford
Yeah,
End,
the fans,
3
like,
beautiful goals. Oh my God, man! I think I'm not even lying. For me, this game is much higher than the game against PSG in 2019.
yeah, we've had some like good games that we had some late goals that has been one of the best ones. Because looking at the game against Paris Saint-Germain in 2019,
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Rashford's late goal,
Penalty,
and then in 1999 to win the treble, Oligano, he scored a last minute goal as
No,
well
I mean,
to beat Liverpool.
yeah,
Because I remember Andy Cole scored, Michael Owen scored the goal
yeah,
at
of
the
course,
50th
yeah,
minute,
yeah,
and then we
yeah.
have Andy Cole that scored 88, and then we
Yeah.
had Oligano,
Solskjaer
yeah,
came on and
in the
scored,
last minute to help us
Yeah.
like get the treble in
Yeah.
99, and it was against Liverpool as well.
I remember that. Of course, I don't remember, but they were showing that before the game actually
yeah.
started, and I was like, "Wow, Oli did some quite a few good things for us."
Yeah. So let me ask you something here. Let me ask you before we go.
Mhm.
Which moments do you think is the special moments? The last minute goals, Ahmed Diallo's late goal against Liverpool, Kobe Mainoo's 97th goal against Wolves,
Yeah.
and then the Paris Saint-Germain goal, the Marcus Rashford penalty that we used to beat PSG in
Okay.
Paris. Oligano's FA Cup qualification, the one he scored late to
Mhm,
beat
mhm.
what's the name, Liverpool.
Yeah.
And then what was it, Mike Makeda? He scored
Yeah,
this
Aston
beautiful
Villa,
goal in
yeah.
2009.
To
And
win
then we
the
have
league,
Robin Van Persie in 2012.
Yeah.
We were 2-2 with Liverpool. Wayne only scored first 2 goals, and then they equalized. And then we needed this one goal to go ahead of the table.
Mhm.
And then Robin Van Persie scored this beautiful free kick at Etihad
Yeah, that
at
was
the last
City, yeah,
minute.
Yeah.
And then Oligano, the Champions League finals in
Well,
1999. Which moment do you think like is
I
the
think
best moment?
that's a very long list, Mo. And,
Yeah, that's quite a long one.
See, I'll be very honest. I am too young to remember most of these moments.
Yeah.
I remember Van Persie's free kick. I remember the PSG Rashford one. I remember the Wolves Kobe Mainoo this season, and I remember Amad Diallo this
I'm a
season.
Dallas one.
I don't remember Ollie's 2 goals
Nah,
because
I didn't watch. I was like,
I wasn't even born.
So I
I
didn't watch that one. But reading record and history is
Yeah.
like, I came across all
of
of
course,
those things.
then that way it's a no-brainer. First one has to be Solskjaer winning the treble. Then it has to be, I would say, Solskjaer again.
The Champions League, yeah.
Yeah, no, first is Champions League.
Yeah,
Second
and
is
then the
FA
treble.
Cup. And then I would say is Makeda, Aston Villa,
2009.
because he was a youngster coming on. He was
17 years.
Yeah, 17 years comes on and scores this amazing goal to win us the league. Then I would say it's definitely Van Persie.
Van Persie, yeah.
Man City.
Against
Because
Man
again,
City is always on.
we won the league that season, so
Yeah.
that goal
We
I'm
needed
sure
that goal,
helped.
yeah. We needed
of
that goal to
course.
win the league. That made it special.
Yeah, and then I would say Amad Diallo against
But you're
Liverpool.
supposed to choose one.
No, I'm ranking them.
You're ranking them, yeah.
Yeah, so first, Oli.
Yeah.
Second, Oli again, but FA Cup.
FA Cup, yeah.
And
for
then
the treble.
third, I went with Makeda.
Makeda, yeah.
And then
Aston
Van
Villa
Persie.
against
And
City.
then Amad Diallo.
Yeah.
And then,
Kobe Mainoo,
then Rashford, PSG.
PSG, yeah.
And then
with
Kobe
some best-
Mainoo at last. Because, again,
But
know what? In both of these games, 4-3 against Liverpool and 4-3 against Wolves, I wasn't really upset to lose because we were the better team in both of those games.
Yeah.
So justice was served in the end, is what I would say. I was really, really pleased. And I am still buzzing with that game. I
the
can't-
Liverpool game.
Yeah,
Like,
man,
I'm still over the moon. I'm still over
I'm
the
blushing,
moon.
bro. Look at
So
how
with
happy
Liverpool,
I am.
because looking at the game they played against City, even though like I was very confident we beat them at Old Trafford, but looking at the game they played against City
Yeah.
and looking at their record, the performance this season, looking at Nunes, the goals he's been scoring, I was kind of like, okay, it might go sideways.
Of course.
It might
And,
go sideways.
I love your optimism, the way you said you knew we were not going to lose.
Nah, I knew we were not going to lose. Like,
I genuinely felt I had a good feeling because I'm always up for a big game, but
Yeah.
I didn't think we were gonna win. I
yeah, if you
genuinely
could
didn't
remember, I've been
believe it,
telling you
yeah.
like, okay, we will qualify for Champions League, even though we were struggling, we're 7th on the table. And like I was telling you, we will qualify for Champions
Yeah,
League, and
I
here
know.
we go. Champions League has been offered to us on a silver platter.
Also,
Tottenham lost during the weekend,
Yeah.
and then was Aston Villa drew. They
West
brought
Ham,
some
yeah.
points as well. So like, yeah, Champions League door is still open for us.
And the game that we missed this weekend was Sheffield United.
With Sheffield, yeah.
I would expect Man United to beat Sheffield United, so I would add 3 points into our bank.
Yeah.
And then we're playing Brentford away next, which
Brentford,
Brentford
yeah.
haven't been great this season. So I'm hoping, but yes, again,
But we're playing Brentford in London, so it's gonna be like, okay, they're playing
a
at
big
home.
game, a very
Big
big
game,
game. I will be watching that game. I'm sure you know. And one big thing about the Brentford game is we're gonna have most of our squad back for that game.
Yeah.
We'll have Mason Mount, of course, he was
Mason
back
Mount
for this
was-
game.
yeah.
So I'll tell you, Mason Mount's back. Lisandro Martinez will be back. Casemiro will be back. Van Bissaka will be back.
Oh.
Harry Maguire will be back. Rasmus Højlund is back. So we've had
So it's
so
gonna be a
many of these good players
It's
who
gonna
are,
be
who
a
are coming
perfect
back.
like
We're gonna have a big squad for the game
yeah,
against
a
Brentford.
perfect road to the end of the season.
You know why
I'm
this
so
makes me
excited. I'm
happy?
buzzing like.
You know why this makes me so happy? Because finally, Ten Hag will have some options on his hand.
And then do you believe that Ten Hag might have a good season than Klopp? Because look, Klopp just won the
I was
Carabao
about to say
Cup.
that,
Yeah,
yes.
this season Klopp he just won the Carabao Cup,
Yeah.
and then who knows? The Premier League is a 3-horse race.
Yeah.
Looking at City and Arsenal, so it might go sideways over
Of
there. He
course.
might not win the league, as we can hit our chest and say, okay, we will qualify for Champions League. And
Yeah.
the FA Cup, like there's possibility of winning the FA Cup because it's gonna be 50-50. Playing City in the
I don't want to
final.
play City. I don't want to play.
You don't wanna
man.
play City,
No,
yeah.
no.
But even Chelsea might pull a surprise because they've had a good season with
Of
City
course.
this season. They played
Yeah.
4-4 and 1-1 this season.
Yeah.
So it's
And,
gonna be like a surprise.
The thing is, uh, we've been really bad this season at certain times where I think, oh, this has to be a win, and we end up losing to Nottingham Forest, we end up losing to Bournemouth, we end up losing to West
the
Ham,
Fulham
we end up
one-
losing to Fulham,
The Fulham one
we
is the
end up
most
losing
painful one
to
for me because
Crystal Palace.
we would have been
Ah.
struggling. We wouldn't have been struggling like to get into the top 5 if we beat Fulham at home.
Yeah,
Because
and
losing to Fulham
honestly, Mo,
and losing to City, losing 6 points in 2 games, like it really hurts our Champions
of
League
course,
campaign.
it stopped our momentum. But if you look at 2024 as a whole, we've played 9 games.
Yeah.
We've had 1 draw. I think we've had 10 games. We've had 1 draw against Spurs. We've had 2 defeats,
Against
City and Fulham. And then we've won every other game. Every other game we've won.
Yeah, this year
convincingly.
from January to now has been like our best time of
Best,
the year.
I think I would say
our best time of the year.
after was in November or October where we won games. We were barely scraping wins, but
Yeah.
we were winning games.
Yeah, we were winning games until we lost to Nottingham Forest 2-1
Yeah,
in 30th of December. So it's been a good run until
Mhm.
like we that lost against
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest, and then we pick our boots on again. We started by beating like Newport County,
Mhm.
coming down to Wolves, coming down to
Yeah.
Aston Villa until we
Mhm.
met Man City and Fulham and that kind of thing. So
yeah.
it's been a good year so
And
far.
also, I'm very excited about the game after Brentford. It's my favorite game every season. Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
I love playing against Chelsea.
Now with Chelsea, we definitely beat Chelsea. Come on,
And,
don't even talk about Chelsea, bro. I don't even panic when we're playing Chelsea. Like
I
when we playing
enjoy
Liverpool or playing
City,
City. Yeah, I
yeah.
panic a lot when we're playing City.
Yeah. I'm very excited about the Chelsea game. I'll tell you why. Because after the Chelsea game, in about 2 weeks' time, we will have our semi-final against Coventry. And then also Chelsea will also have their semi-final against City. So I'm looking forward to it. I am praying for a Chelsea United final because I want to watch a final where it's a close game.
Did you
Whereby
watch-
it's a good game I can watch. If you get City again, it's gonna be the same thing again, man. Where we're just trying for a counter attack. We're doing this, we're doing that. But against Chelsea, I think we will be a bit
Do
more
you remember the
expressive.
2008 Champions League final with Chelsea?
I was too young.
Yeah,
I was. How old was I? I was 5 years old back then, so I don't remember, man.
No, I remember. I think that was one of the best games that I've watched. Like I still have the memories in because I started watching games probably
Yeah.
like 2006, 7. The first football game that I watched was Porto. Is it Porto and Benfica or FC Porto with someone in the Champions League final? Is it Porto and Monaco or someone like with Mourinho? That was like the first game that I remember that I watched vividly.
I
that
remember, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's around
2004. That was
2005.
2004.
Yeah, that was the first
Yeah.
game that I watched. So since then, like most of the games that I easily remember them.
Yeah.
But the 2008 Champions League, bro, you should watch it. The game with Chelsea that
Yeah,
Ronaldo lost the
of
penalty.
course
and
I
that kind of thing.
watched the.
That's
I
one of
remember
the
who
best games
scored
ever.
and- Yeah,
That's one of the best games ever. And the pressure, I want to have that kind of feeling again.
yeah,
beat them
and
again.
the thing is, that's the thing. What I'm saying, if you play Chelsea, I will be a bit more optimistic going into the FA Cup final. I will feel that we have a real chance today. But if you get City, of course we can beat any team on our day. I'm not being arrogant. It's just football. Any team can beat any team on any
But I know
day.
City they've got an upper hand on us like for a while now. Like
I know. I
anytime we
totally
beat-
understand. That's why I
anytime
don't
we
want
beat
City.
like yeah.
It's
been a
a
headache for us.
no-brainer for me. Anyone that says City, I want City, I want to show them, I want revenge. Hey, we're not getting revenge that game.
Nah,
Come on.
with City, it's
Yeah.
kind of difficult. I don't know how they do it, but like they always get their upper
How
hand.
did they
always-
do it, bro? They're cheaters. 115 charges. What do you mean? How did they do it?
Now on the pitch, it's kind of like difficult to like. Anytime we play in City, I always know like, oh my, this bro is going to be one of those days that we just have to prepare to consider.
Yeah.
Because since Pep came in, like we've been struggling with City, even though like Ole had a good run with City, but from Ferguson,
I mean,
from
Jose beat City,
no, a couple
I
of
think was
times
it
back, like,
twice,
yeah, a couple of times.
and
back, like, City
I
have
think
always,
Oli
they've always
beat
had.
City altogether maybe five times.
Now I would prefer to play City. What was the name?
Chelsea. Yeah,
in the
obviously,
final.
man.
Yeah,
Come
Chelsea
on.
did.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
Chelsea in the
It's a
final is gonna be
no-brainer. And of course, we need to pay respect to Coventry. They've done
Now
incredibly well.
Coventry they've done, and then their manager is a
to
former
come
United
to-
player, so it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
their manager is
and
a
a very
former
important
United
player
player,
for
so
us
it's
as
gonna
well.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get Coventry. I mean Chelsea in the final,
Chelsea.
and
But it's gonna be great if we meet Chelsea in the final. Like the
I mean,
pressure.
I will be excited for the game. I just want to look at.
I'm running
end of
away
the
from
season,
City. I'm
yeah.
not gonna be a coward or something like that. But like to play City in the final is like a no-brainer. It's like preparing for last year FA Cup final again.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be like
And
a
you know what?
And it's going to be a boring one because they're just gonna end up dominating the game. Like they're just gonna end up dominating.
Yeah,
Even though
I
like
mean,
we are
we
hoping to
don't-
beat
we-
City, but like
we
yeah,
never
it's
know.
going to be a boring one.
Because we'll have most of our hopefully we'll have most of our team back by then. We probably might have Luke Shaw back. We definitely will have Lisandro Martinez back
by
for that
then, yeah.
game. But the thing is, I don't want to face City, man, because they might be on the way to do another treble, and I don't want Man United to have the responsibility of stopping him
one
again.
of the reasons why I hate was the American. I don't hate him, but I'm not a big fan of Eric Ten Hag because we could have stopped that treble. That was like the biggest match of his career, the game
Mate,
of his
I
career.
mean,
He
that's.
could have, if he stopped that treble last season, if we beat them in the FA Cup,
But
we
you're
would have.
saying as if he was on the pitch.
Well, but he's the man. Come on, if you're driving a bus and, then the bus
you're saying as
falls
if
in the gutter, bro, who are you still
no, I
blame?
don't agree with that. Man. Come on.
No.
So okay,
No.
so that way,
That's one of the
Real
reasons
Madrid
why, like-
should have stopped City from winning the treble. This team should have. No, man, we can't say
the
that.
treble means a lot to us than Real Madrid. Because
Player. People are gonna blame David De Gea for that game. They're gonna be like, he
a
let
lot of people,
he let
yeah,
in
people
two
have been
easy
blaming
goals, blah
De
blah
Gea for
blah,
that.
bro. And again, we didn't get destroyed that game. It was a close game. It was 2-1. Second half, we were a much better team. As soon as Garnacho came on, we were a much better team. You can't just say, oh, it was Ten Hag's fault that City had the treble. No way, come on. That's just. I mean, I don't have anything to say. You're saying, oh, Jose would have won against City. No.
So looking at the possibility of like getting the Champions League with the teams that we have, West Ham, what's the name? Aston Villa and Tottenham and United. The last couple of games that's left, I think we still have a chance to get into the Champions League. We're also looking at these teams. They still have some big matches to play. Tottenham still have Liverpool to play. They still have Arsenal and Man City to play. Newcastle as well.
And I think that is in 3 consecutive weekends as well.
Yeah. So they playing all these matches in a row. So it's gonna be difficult for Tottenham. So probably you might say like, okay, Tottenham might be off the race. And then looking at what's the name? Aston Villa. They still got Liverpool to play. They got Brighton. They got Chelsea, and they got Arsenal to play, and City as well.
Yeah, and we've got Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, and yeah, I think these other teams. Do we have Newcastle?
Yeah. Yeah, we have Newcastle as well, and we have Chelsea and Liverpool.
I'm not bothered.
And then we
about
got Arsenal
Newcastle.
as well.
Yeah, Arsenal is at home. We can do them. Chelsea
play
away.
Arsenal.
We can do them.
No, yeah, Chelsea. Yeah, we're playing Chelsea in London,
Yeah,
and then we're playing
I'm not
Arsenal
really
at
bothered.
home, and then Newcastle we're playing home as well.
Yeah, see, I think at home games.
So
we
Liverpool,
have
Liverpool at home. So we're playing
Again,
3 at home.
yeah.
It's gonna be a good one.
We're playing 3 of the bigger teams at home. I think we have a much better chance. The thing is, Aston Villa, I think, are very unreliable.
Aston Villa. Yeah.
They win, then they can just lose to any team. Even with Spurs, they beat Aston Villa 4-0, and then you lose 3-0 to what was it, Crystal?
Yeah, and even Brighton, I think they lost. I think how many they lost a couple of goals to Brighton. I can't remember the scoreline, but which is really bad.
So the thing is, again, happens every season, man. Towards the business end,
yeah.
the clubs that are trying to get into the top 4, they just keep messing up. Even last season, when we were trying to get into the top 4, top 3, we lost to Brighton, McAllister penalty, and we had these little games whereby we should have won. We could have solidified our position. We kept dropping points. Hopefully, I just want top 5, man. I'm not greedy. I don't want top 4. I want top 5.
Me, the
Just give me
Champions
top
League,
5.
Champions League is my priority. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
If we're gonna end up like top 4, top 5, top 3, I don't mind. So far as we're gonna get the Champions League, and we are not winning the league anyway.
Exactly.
So like,
Yeah.
the Champions League is gonna be because even Arsenal or Liverpool or Tottenham, whoever gets to the third position is just Champions League qualification for them.
Yeah.
No Premier League. The ultimate prize is the one who wins the league.
Of course. And
So if we
imagine,
we finish 5th and the second is just gonna be the same.
yeah, imagine if we get Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah. And imagine if
We
you
get FA Cup.
if you win the FA Cup.
It's gonna be a better season than even clubs.
Yeah, exactly. And let's just say Liverpool just win the Carabao Cup. They don't win the Europa League. They don't win the Premier League.
That's what I'm
Who's
saying.
had the better season?
We might have a better season than Liverpool. Yeah. I'm just
anyway.
hard for club. Like his post-match interview, he was like, "Oh, okay. Now that we don't have the FA Cup, we can just concentrate on the Europa League and then the Premier League and then that kind of stuff." Man, you just talking a lot, bro.
Did you see
Who
that
knows even the Europa League? Who knows? He might even lose the Europa League.
Of course, because everyone was after we beat Barcelona. By the way, we beat Barcelona.
Yeah.
Barcelona, who was the most informed team at that point of time. We beat Barcelona. Who beat? Ten Hag beat Barcelona last season. Yeah, tactical masterclass. So
no, Barcelona have been down. They've been down the cliff. They've lost. You know, Barcelona has been in the drain for a while now. Even though we beat them,
no,
it's a good record.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. At that point, Barcelona was the most informed team in Europe. At that point, they were. I'm not making this up. They were. Yeah. And then we faced them and we beat them convincingly. And then again, after we beat Barcelona, everybody expected us to win the Europa League. But again, in cup competitions, anything can happen. So there's a very big possibility that Liverpool may not win the Europa League.
Yeah, I'll be excited. We might have to pop champagne. We might have to pop champagne if Liverpool do not win the Europa League, and even if they don't win the league, bro. I would prefer Arsenal to win the league over Liverpool.
Of course, I don't want City to do.
I don't want City to
number
win
4. I don't want Liverpool to do treble, 2020.
My biggest problem this season is I don't want City to win another treble this season, and I don't want Liverpool to win the league as well.
I mean, I don't want City to win anything this season. Who likes Man City anymore, man?
And then with with City and Real Madrid, who do you think is going to win the Champions League? City?
I'm just hoping for a Vinicius Junior fucking bollocking of Man City.
It's going to be a tough one.
It's going to be a very hard game. I think Madrid need to do. Who's playing home first? I want to know that.
Madrid is playing home first, and then City's playing just like last season.
No, man, that's wrong.
Just like last season.
No, I wish if Madrid were playing the second leg at home, I would have said Madrid.
But listen, this year's Madrid is way better than last season.
But they have so many problems. They have most of their good players are out because of ACL injuries. Again, they're doing fantastically well in the league. But whenever they win the league, they don't really do good things in the Champions League. So
But who knows? They have Jude Bellingham now.
They have ultimate Champions League pedigree. There's no one who can talk to Real Madrid when we're talking about Champions League. Certainly not Man City.
No, not Man City.
So I think
to beat Real Madrid like in quarterfinal and semi-final twice in a season in a row, it's not gonna happen.
And also, I think you're discounting Arsenal. What if Arsenal and City play each other in the semi-final and Arsenal wins the semi-final?
For me, we have City in there. We still have City in there. So I support Arsenal too. For City to win the league, I'd rather prefer Arsenal to win the league. Yeah. For City to win the Champions League, I'd rather prefer Arsenal to win the Champions League because it's not gonna hurt me in any way.
Yeah, and you know what, Arteta, I was sympathetic of his position when he was at Arsenal because I was just constantly laughing at Arsenal during 2019 and 2020 and 2021.
He had a lot to do with when he came in. And he had a lot of arrogant players and the players that feel like, okay, we've had everything.
And similar situation to what we have. We have a bunch of overplayed, mentally weak players who need to leave. This is what I don't like. Now that we've won this game against Liverpool, people have just completely changed their tone. They're like, I want to keep this player. Let's not sell him.
For me, it doesn't change anything. Who is to get the credit for the game that we won against Liverpool? Is it the players or Ten Hag?
I think it's both of them. Why can't it be both? I don't like this manager versus player debate anyways. I think both are responsible.
But I think I don't know. For me, I say the players, the manager and the players. I think both of them, because looking at the way they played against Liverpool on Sunday, we could have even done similar to Fulham. What happened? Why couldn't we play with the same passion that we played against Liverpool?
So who's on the pitch? Who's supposed to? Okay, let me tell you this. In the second half, after we lost and we came out as losers. We had already lost mentally, but then Anthony gets a very good goal. Now all of a sudden we have this burst of energy because Old Trafford is bouncing and everybody wants to score a goal. And then we're playing the Stretford and then in extra time, again they score. But there's so much belief in that team. And now you can say, it comes from the players, blah, blah, blah. When good things happen, you say they come from the players. When bad things happen, you say it comes from the manager. The thing is, and you know what? Once we started losing, Ten Hag just threw a big gamble. He was playing Bruno as the centre-back. Harry Maguire was a striker. He put on Mason Mount. He was making such amazing attacking decisions. You know what? And I felt this is Manchester United pedigree. When you're losing, just go for it. Just go for it.
And if it was against Liverpool,
make any substitution that I think it wasn't even extra time. I think it was the second half whereby he took Varane off and I think he put on Amad Diallo on. And I think it was a tactical masterclass.
Yeah.
You remember when Ange Postecoglou lost 4-1 to Chelsea and everybody was like, oh my God, Ange is so brave. Despite having 9 men on the pitch, he's still playing such a high line. He was getting praised for losing. And Ten Hag beats the most informed team in the league this season by playing Bruno as a centre back, and he's playing a 5-7 man attack, and he wins the game. I've seen no praises for him at all. Even our own fans won't come out and say, you know what, I think every substitution that he made, pinpoint, perfect. No one's gonna come out and sing praises for him.
So do you think this performance has changed that topic of Ten Hag is gonna leave?
I don't think so. I'll tell you. I'll be very honest. I think the decision has already been made.
The decision has already been made. Yeah.
I'll tell you. Even if Ten Hag gets Champions League and even if he gets FA Cup, I still don't think Ineos will keep him, which is very unfair. Yeah. Regardless, you know what? For me, my point of view is. I'll tell you what my point of view is. I don't care if you get Champions League or not. Of course, I want to get Champions League. I want to win the cup. Even if these two things do not happen, I am still Ten Hag again.
Now, for me, what matters the most, like I keep on telling you, what matters is I want a manager at the dugout who lead us to the top. It doesn't matter if it's Ten Hag. It doesn't matter if it's Gareth Southgate. It doesn't matter. Of course,
I have nothing personal against anybody.
For me, what I want is the team to get to the top. That's what I don't have any special personal affiliation or emotional attachment to any of the management. All I want is to see United on top. Like what happened on Sunday, it made me see when we came in, we had that confidence, that bragging rights. That's what we want. That's what we deserve to be.
And
so it doesn't matter who is in the dugout. If it's Ten Hag and he's going to take us there, lead him the way. I have nothing against Ten Hag or something like that.
Yeah, the thing is, I said this last week. I'm going to say this again. Our first priority has to be to get a director of football in. No progress on Dan Ashford. No progress on Cox. We still have
Dan
so
Ashford
many.
They have to get it sorted before the end of the season. They have to get it sorted before the summer transfer.
The worst thing Ineos can do is get rid of the manager before actually having the director of football in, and that will show everything I need to know about them.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting one. And what do you have to say about Kobbie Mainoo not getting into the England squad?
Well,
Kobbie Mainoo not into the England squad.
I'm happy because he can be with us for a longer time.
But he's eligible to play for Ghana as well, and the Ghana national team, the FA.
But he got called up literally an hour ago. He
in the 21 or in the senior team.
In the senior team.
Kobbie has been included in the senior team.
Just 40-50 minutes ago.
Oh. So that's good news. If he's in the senior team, then that's a good news. But if he's still in the 21, that they said he need experience. No, then that's quite a good one.
He got a senior.
Then I think it's based on his performance on Sunday because he put McAllister, Endo, and Dominic Savola in his pocket. They were nowhere to be found, bro.
That was like a
that's a masterclass performance.
That was a Pogba performance. That one.
That's a masterclass performance. So it's quite interesting.
Very happy with Van Bissaka. Very happy with Kobbie Mainoo. Very happy with
Dalot.
Dalot's player of the season. Simple. There's no other way to describe Diogo Dalot this year.
This player of the season, Dalot. And then where do you put Garnacho?
Number 2 for me.
Most of the goals that we scored this season have come from Garnacho. Don't forget that. And even on
Diogo
Sunday,
Dalot has been the most consistent player in our team. Simple as that.
Even with Dalot.
Oh my, this isn't. Oh, I hate, man. This is about preference, man. This isn't. Dalot is better. Garnacho is better. No, I generally think.
No disrespect. I'm not taking any credit away from what's his name, Diogo Dalot. Mm-hmm. But Garnacho, this season you can't take because this is his first season, his first senior season. Of course, and he's had almost 25 start of the season in all competition.
Yeah,
most of the goals that we scored, he's contributed in most of our goals.
Again, I'll tell you my nominees for player of the season if that's okay. Garnacho, Diogo Dalot, Varane, and what's his name? Kobbie Mainoo. Yeah,
Kobbie Mainoo.
These are my 4 contenders for player of the season.
If you ask me, I would definitely say Garnacho, Kobbie Mainoo, and probably Rasmus Højlund.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I think
I'll include Rasmus Højlund.
Depends on how he ends the season.
Because looking at where he started from the Champions League, the goals he scored from the Champions League, it took him time to adapt in the Premier League. But when he adapted, his performance, even though he was off injured, when he came back, he just came back. I think
even yesterday, not yesterday, even in the game against Liverpool, I think Rasmus was good for as long as he was on the pitch. He was on the pitch. I don't think he put a foot wrong that game. He was unlucky sometimes. He had this good run on the left wing, I remember. He was good. He did his job. Again, we don't really create anything for him. So, graveyard shift for him. Yeah.
Oh, interesting season. Yeah. Okay. It's been a good one. It's been a good conversation. And then we're looking forward to the league this weekend. And I hope we're just going to smash Brentford and then get ready for Chelsea. After Chelsea, we look forward to Coventry at Wembley. Hopefully we're gonna get Chelsea in the FA Cup final. Then we're gonna break their neck as usual, as we did in 2008. So,
Yeah.
Nish, what do you have to say?
All I have to say is just back the manager, man. Come on. Back the
For,
manager.
I have nothing. Like I keep on saying, I have nothing personal against the manager. All I want is someone who will be in the dugout
Yeah.
to help us get to the top where we belong.
Yeah. It's not for you, Mo. It's
Having-
for the
having-
people. It's for the people watching.
Having the like
For
of
you
Sir
guys.
Alex Ferguson going to a game against Chelsea against City, we don't panic. Like in the past couple of years, that okay, anytime we're playing against Chelsea, Man City, we're like okay, let's just hope for a better day. I just want someone who will be in the dugout now. So okay, we're going head to head with Liverpool. We're going head to head with City.
Yeah, and I think
That's
it
the kind of
will
manager I
come with
want. So
time.
I don't have anything with Ten Hag against Ten Hag or anything. So far
Yeah.
as because emotionally, I'm emotionally attached to Manchester, not Ten Hag. If
Of
we lose,
course,
it
yeah,
affects
of
me
course.
big time. If Ten Hag goes today, I'll definitely get a champagne and drink as usual. A new manager is coming. Let's start something new. If he's gonna succeed at
I'll be
United,
hurt.
I
I'll
don't
be
really
hurt when
mind.
he
If
leaves.
we're gonna get someone new to come in, I don't really mind. If he's gonna be there to help us like get to the top, I don't really mind as well. All that matters is United. It's been a pleasure having you again today.
Thank you so much, Mo. Thank you for
Thank you as
inviting me
usual.
again.
Thank you for always
I
coming on.
hope
Like always.
we have a smashing weekend and
Yeah.
let's go for Brentford.
Yeah, and then we're gonna meet again next week.
Take
Inshallah.
care. GGMU.
Peace out. Much.